Most people spend their entire lives working for money. They wake up, go to work, trade hours for income, pay bills, repeat, year after year, decade after decade. And for many people, this becomes their entire financial strategy. Work more, earn more, spend more, work again. But wealthy people often play a completely different game. And understanding that game may be one of the most important financial lessons you'll ever learn. Before we begin, if you enjoy videos about money, investing, psychology, wealth, and human behavior, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on notifications. Because this channel is designed to help you think differently about success and financial freedom. Let's start with a simple question. What is money? Most people think money is wealth. But money is not wealth. Money is simply a tool, a medium of exchange. Real wealth is something different. Real wealth is ownership. Ownership of assets, ownership of businesses, ownership of investments, ownership of systems that continue producing value whether you are working or not. This is the first major difference between average earners and wealth builders. Average earners focus on income. Wealth builders focus on ownership. Now think about this. Imagine two people earning exactly the same amount. One spends everything they earn. The other uses part of that income to acquire assets. 5 years later, their lives look different. 10 years later, the difference becomes enormous. 20 years later, they may live in completely different financial realities. The income was the same. The strategy was not. Now let's talk about one of the most misunderstood concepts in finance. And this concept is what we call financial freedom. Most people think financial freedom means having a lot of money. Not necessarily. Financial freedom means your assets produce enough income to support your lifestyle. Think about that. The goal is not simply earning more. The goal is creating income sources that do not depend entirely on your time, because time is limited. And limited resources create ceilings. Now let's talk about the biggest trap in personal finance: lifestyle inflation. This trap silently destroys wealth. A promotion arrives, income increases, and immediately spending increases too. Bigger house, better car, more subscriptions, more expenses. And suddenly, the financial situation barely improves. Many people spend their entire lives increasing income without increasing freedom, because every new dollar becomes a new obligation. Now here's something fascinating. Wealth is often invisible. Many truly wealthy people do not look wealthy, because wealth is what you don't see. Investment accounts, business ownership, assets, cash flow, equity. The expensive car may be visible. The investment portfolio usually isn't. And this creates confusion. People often copy appearances instead of strategies. They imitate consumption rather than ownership, and that mistake becomes expensive. If you're getting value from this video, take a second to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. It helps the channel tremendously. Now let's discuss leverage. Leverage may be the most powerful wealth-building concept ever discovered. Leverage allows one unit of effort to produce multiple units of result. Business creates leverage. Technology creates leverage. Investing creates leverage. Content creates leverage. Systems create leverage. Without leverage, income usually remains tied to time. With leverage, results can continue long after the work is completed. This is why wealthy people become obsessed with scalable assets. Because scalability breaks the connection between hours worked and money earned. Now let's talk about investing. Most people believe investing is about predicting the future. In reality, successful investing is often about patience, not intelligence, not prediction, patience. The market rewards long-term thinking, but human psychology prefers immediate rewards. And this creates a constant conflict. People want results quickly. Wealth compounds slowly. People want certainty. Investing requires uncertainty. People want excitement. Wealth often grows through boring consistency. This is why emotional control is one of the most valuable financial skills in existence. Now think about compounding. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he actually said it or not, the principle remains powerful. Small, consistent actions repeated over long periods create extraordinary outcomes. The challenge is that compounding is invisible in the beginning. For years, progress appears slow, then suddenly results accelerate. Most people quit before reaching that stage. Now let's discuss risk. Many people think wealthy individuals take massive risks. Actually, many wealthy people spend their lives managing risk carefully. They diversify, they study, they prepare. They think probabilistically. The goal is not avoiding risk completely. The goal is understanding risk, because every financial decision contains risk. Even doing nothing contains risk. Inflation is risk. Dependence on one income source is risk. Lack of skills is risk. Standing still can be risky too. Now let's talk about debt. Debt is neither good nor bad. Debt is a tool. Some debt buys liabilities. Other debt buys assets. Understanding the difference changes everything. Debt used to consume often creates pressure. Debt used to acquire productive assets can create opportunity. The key is understanding what the borrowed money is actually purchasing. Now here's a question. If you stopped working tomorrow, how long could your current financial system support your lifestyle? Write your answer in the comments, because that answer reveals a lot about financial independence. Now let's discuss one of the biggest wealth-building advantages available today: knowledge. Modern technology has made financial education more accessible than ever before. Books, courses, podcasts, videos. Information is everywhere, yet many people remain financially stuck. Why? Because information alone does not create wealth. Implementation does. The wealthiest people are often not the people who know the most. They are the people who consistently apply what they know. Now let's talk about time. Time is the most valuable asset in finance. Not because time is money, because time multiplies money. A 25-year-old investor and a 55-year-old investor may invest the same amount, yet the outcomes can be dramatically different because of time. Time allows compounding to work. Time allows businesses to grow. Time allows skills to develop. Time allows assets to appreciate. This is why starting early matters more than starting perfectly. Now imagine two people. One spends 20 years buying liabilities. The other spends 20 years buying assets. Both work hard. Both earn income. Both make sacrifices. But one builds ownership. The other builds obligations. 20 years later, their financial realities become completely different. Not because of luck, because of decisions. Now here's the final truth. The rich do not become wealthy because they work harder than everyone else. Many people work incredibly hard. The rich often become wealthy because they understand a simple principle. Working for money can create income. Owning assets creates wealth. And the sooner someone understands that distinction, the sooner their financial life begins to change. If you got value from this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because this channel is about money, psychology, investing, wealth, and understanding the hidden principles that shape extraordinary financial lives.